What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Tagz Legend here with the TagzClan's first ever podcast. I am here with my ever frightened leader, Tagz Android. Go ahead and say hi, Android.
Hi guys.
And today we are going to talk to you about the next gen consoles of sorts. First off, let me say that Xbox and PlayStation will not be developing home consoles in the foreseeable future. There is no PlayStation 4 and Xbox. Let me take that back. I think Xbox is hiring people for their next console, but no word on it yet. Sony hasn't even made a move. But we're here to talk to you about what Nintendo is doing with its new console. Its project name is Cafe. It's called Project Cafe, but it's been nicknamed the Wii too. And I don't. It's probably not politically correct, but if it's the Wii 2, can't you just call it the Wii Wii?
No, you can't say that. It's kind of inappropriate for like little kids, you know.
Well, why? They talk about their Wii Wiis all the time anyway. At least now when they go tell their parents about the Wii Wii, they could not be talking about their underdeveloped penis for a change.
Well, it's just gonna. I don't think a name will be like pretty accepted with the like adults. I don't want.
Well, the rumored name is the Stream, and I don't know if that's any better. I mean,
Nah.
Stream, Wii Wii, I don't know. Sony, Nintendo's trying to get at something here, but I just can imagine little Timmy asking little Cindy or little Terry if they want to play on his Wii Wii, and that's just golden to me. Little Timmy just walks up to her and says, "You want to play with my Wii Wii?" "Sure, Timmy, but I have to be player one." "Aw, you're always on top when you're player one." "I know, Timmy, but the satisfaction I get from teabagging you is just too great." And I would market that. I would market it on that alone, just that, and
I
it would
mean,
sell. I mean, the Wii, it's pretty much a guaranteed home run anyway. The Wii's outsold PS3 and Xbox put together. But as far as the actual specs for this one, guys, it's not going to be like the Wii was. The Wii was for all intents and purposes, at least for hardcore gamers, it was a gaming console abortion.
yeah.
It
I mean,
sported dated graphics. I don't know if any of you ever played Black Ops on the Wii, but it was terrible. I mean, it was like playing Doom 3. It was like that bad quality. So this console is said to have a graphics card. It's called the R700. It rivals, if not, it's supposed to rival, if not, have more power than the PS3 and 360, which is kind of cool if they take it in the right direction. Now, on the screen, you guys have probably already seen a few of the controller concepts. This is, it might seem a little radical, but if you think about it, think back to the N64. Putting a screen on a controller is nothing new. So, oh, excuse me. I'm drinking sparkling water here, and it's giving me gas. Um, so the controller itself is actually supposed to have a 6-inch full input touchscreen that will relay. Well, we don't actually know what it'll relay. We're thinking gameplay, or maybe you can like monitor what your online friends are doing. Maybe it'll act as like a chat window or something. We don't exactly know yet, but the price is like, I mean, it's next gen console worthy, but I I can't see myself paying between $200 and $350 for a Wii. I mean,
yeah, that's kind of out. That's too overpriced. If I saw like if the Wii was maybe about maybe like yeah, well, never mind. 200 is okay for a Wii. Just about
well, I mean,
yeah.
I would pay 200 bottom. I would pay that, but we're talking about ranges between 250 to 275 to as far as 350. I mean, even right now, the Wii itself, I think I can get it at my local GameStop for about $99. I
Oh yeah.
understand it's kind of older now, and that this one isn't probably as this one is probably more costly to make. But still, I don't see myself unless it's going to be a true contender with the. I just don't see it. Nintendo's not hardcore. It's not a hardcore company. It's not like Sony and Microsoft who want to feed on the hardcore shooter gamers or the hardcore RPG players or
Yeah.
the sports players. Nintendo's always appealed to the family, and I'm not saying it hasn't worked for them, but I'm not a family gamer. I game by myself, or I'm
Yeah.
not gonna sit in a room with 10 people playing Wii tennis because I suck at Wii tennis. But that's not the point. If I really wanted to get together with a bunch of people and play a community game, I would get like Rock Band or something that would actually be fun. If I want to go out and play a sport, I'll go out and play a sport. It's kind of sad. I am better at regular tennis than I am at Wii tennis. It's amazing. And bowling. I can't Wii bowl for shit.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. I mean, when I played Wii tennis, I wasn't that good either. But like the people who play tennis, the real tennis, and they play like Wii tennis, they say that it's like totally different.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like the difference between Guitar Hero and a real guitar. Only usually playing a real guitar is harder.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I was about to say
game
Guitar Hero is
actually
easy.
it's actually harder to play the game than it is to actually do the sport. I don't know. It's very weird. So the I want to call it the Wee Wee. The Project Cafe is said to have full 1080p, which is weird because I don't. They use those little discs with the Wii, don't they? I don't
Yeah, they
own
do.
one. My sister had one for a while. I know
They
they
do
have those
use.
little. They have. I know that GameCube uses a little disc, but does the Wii use them as well?
I don't think they do that. Yeah, 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 they do. Yeah, they do. I remember. I remember. Yeah, 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 they do. Yeah, the mini
I
disc.
guess it's possible. If the PS3 can sport full 1080p, then I guess this console can.
Cause like yeah, like you know how the PSP used to use little discs. The older models used to use the disc.
Yeah,
Yeah, and now new ones. I think that's what they're trying to do.
they're trying to use those little what are they called? UMD discs.
No, no, no. They're trying to like phase it out. I guess.
Oh, they're trying to move towards. Yeah, I guess they would have to because there's no way you could fit that on that little disc.
Yeah.
You couldn't fit full 1080p worth of resolution on that disc.
Mm.
Um, as far as that goes, it is fully backwards compatible with the Wii, which means right off the bat it means that Wiimotes are going to be still usable, which is I guess that's cool. That's cool. They didn't jiff you with the backwards compatibility like some companies did. Cough cough. Sony cough cough. Fucking $400 just so I can play PS1 games. Stuff it. Uh, and it's also going to be able to play GameCube games. I don't know why you would have GameCube games, and if you have a GameCube, you probably can't afford it. But it's there. If you're a pack rat and you're like, dude, we seriously got to get on some Resident Evil 4 on my GameCube, bro. And you're like, no, we got to get on the Wii Wii, fool. E. I
I mean,
guess it could happen.
no. I mean, I understand. Like, if you still have my favorite GameCube game of all time, Super Mario Bros. I think it's called. Smash Bros. Whatever.
Well,
Call it
yeah,
Smash
okay,
Bros.
Super Smash Bros. I could see that, but they have a Wii version, Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Wii.
Yeah.
I gotta say that my buddy X Infinite is a big Smash Brothers player, and we get online on the Super Smash Bros. The first one with the Project 64K emulator.
Uh-huh.
He kicks my ass all the time. It would almost be worth having a Wii just so that I could play the newer Smash Brawls.
No, yeah, it's true.
Like maybe when they get phased to the point where they're only like $70, but even like PS2s are still like $80. And the only reason they've kept that price is because PS3s won't fucking play PS2 discs. Oh, that pissed me off when I bought my first PS3 because I had heard they were backwards compatible, and then I found out they weren't after I bought it. Oh, I was
Um,
pissed.
oh, are you talking about the newer ones? Like mine's the fat one, and that one's
Yeah, no,
backwards.
I have the one I have now definitely wouldn't do it, but the first one I bought was still too far along. They still had the 180 gig ones that were backwards compatible when I bought it, but I was
Oh,
paying $600.
oh, I see what you mean.
Like mine now is a 40 gig, I think, and the first one I bought was a 20 gig.
Uh-huh.
So that's not the only console we want to talk about. Well, I guess we should say some closing words on that. Bottom line is, Tagz Legend will not have one. I will not be buying this console. I would sooner buy a 360 before I would buy this console because A, it's cheaper, and B, well, I just don't like Nintendo products anymore. I guess that's what it boils down to. I did play my fair share of the Game Boy and all that, but then once they moved to the DS and everything, I kind of got out of it. Mainly because I
Uh,
was poor at the time and I couldn't afford one. But you know, if I want to play a Nintendo game, especially if it's like a GameCube or a DS game, I'll get an emulator and play it on my computer because it's inconvenient at some points, but it's just better. Anyway, moving along, we have Sony. I know I said I wasn't going to bring up anything about Sony, but this is not Sony's home console. This is their new portable console, codenamed the NGP. I have no idea. I don't think even the people who
the
made that code name know what it means.
worst code name ever.
Non-gaming port. I don't know.
I think it's called. I think they made like the next generation portable.
Oh yeah, okay, okay. I tell you what, you guys can leave us a comment thinking what you think NGP stands for.
Yeah.
Um, so it's priced. Get this, it's priced starting $250, and it goes all the way up, reportedly, to $500 plus. Now,
Wow.
my wallet shudders at that because I actually like the PSP. I had one for a long time,
Same here.
and I enjoyed it. It was good for, if you wanted to watch a movie while on the road. I used to take road trips out of the state a lot, and I would be in the car for like days, and it was really useful. But $500 ain't happening. I am
Yeah.
sure. I would barely pay that much for the PlayStation 4. That would only literally that would only be so I could play Black Ops 12 or whatever Black Ops it's going to be then. And oh god, it just makes me shudder to think that you could charge $500. But it does come with a lot of features. I'm not 100% certain what the higher up, the more expensive models add on, but I know that starting the 250 base model doesn't really, the only thing that's left out of it as far as services is the 3G. Everything above that, it has 3G. So if you bump up $100, you get a 3G model. But when we were talking about this before we started doing the podcast, Android brought up that if it has 3G, are we going to have to pay monthly for it? Because
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm even if I did buy the 351, which I doubt I will, because I have funds, but not that many. I don't have enough money to afford a console that costs as much as a 360. Like seriously? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like if it's like this, like the way the PlayStation Plus is, you pay $50 and it's like a year. I can understand that,
Yeah,
but
that would be cool. I would be cool with that, but it's so ungodly expensive. But this one, I can't remember if they said it or not. I think this one's discless. I think this one is pure. They have like those little R chip SD sticks, like what the 3DS uses, but not exactly. I think that all their games are going to come on that. So I think they're trying to phase out discs altogether.
yeah, that's what
There's
they're
been a
trying to
lot of
do.
talk with even with the next gen home consoles, like the Xbox 720 and the PS4, that they're going to try and phase out discs altogether. Because
But
nowadays we have such cheaper storage devices. Like back when Xbox came out, those little SD sticks were ungodly expensive. I have a 2 gig memory stick that I bought about 3 weeks after the Xbox came out, and it cost me $40, and it was for 2 gigs. Now we have some that go up to gigabytes, and gigabytes, and you can get them for, well, those ones are still pretty expensive. They're like $100 and $200, but we're talking about, you know, fairly cheap. Of course, with Sony, they'll have a deal with the supplier and all
mhm,
that. They'll get it cheap, so it's not like games are going to cost $100. They'll still cost $60.
yeah, the only problem with that is that if they phase out discs, I like to have a hard copy of a game. Like I would be too scared to buy, let's say, Black Ops on the PlayStation Store and let it download on my PS3.
Well, yeah,
I
they are getting closer to that too. Full digital downloads. I know that Xbox was trying to get people to stop using discs altogether, and oh god, what developer is it? EA. Next year, all of EA's games are going to be paperless menus, paperless manuals. So you're going to actually have to go like on PlayStation Network or on Xbox Live and download the uh, what's it called the manual if you want it, which is just stupid to me because I don't know what you guys, but the first thing I have to do before I put a game in, I have to read that manual. I have to do it. I don't. It's just it's like an OCD thing. I have to do it.
The only time I don't read a manual, the only game I don't read the manual is Call of Duty games.
No,
I
I
just
still
go
do it
straight
for
to
Call of Duty
online.
games. I think I call myself stupid every time I do it, but I have to do it. I have to know what's in there, or I don't feel satisfied. Like I'll put in the game and I'll be like frightened of what's gonna happen because I haven't read the man. Oh god, it's bad. It's like I have a phobia of playing video games when I haven't read the manual. Um,
Yeah.
so in my opinion, it's ungodly overpriced. But apparently, as well as supporting full 1080p, it's gonna have like there's these little notches you'll see in the pictures. There's these little notches in the side in the back of the controller. Those are actually pressure sensitive triggers, which I think that's kind of cool. And the little it looks like a bump pad on the back. That's also pressure sensitive. So that's kind of neat. That might not be totally completely necessary, but it has two joysticks. God, I hated that about the PlayStation, the PSP, that it only had one joystick.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
used
I
to bug
mean,
me. And it was like little cheap fucking oh
the little thing, the top. I remember my PSP, the top fell off. I couldn't find it. I was so mad.
yeah. I actually bought. They had like these little controller ones that they look like actual analog sticks that you could put in there. I actually put one of those in there because I couldn't take it. That little thing,
Uh,
it just felt so flimsy.
yeah.
Um, so I think this one's gonna have full accessibility to PSN. I don't actually know if the PSP does. I haven't owned one in so long. I don't think they do though. I know you have to buy stuff from PlayStation Store onto your PlayStation and then onto your PSP, which is kind of lame considering what if you had an Xbox and a PSP like I used to have.
Yeah.
Um, so I think that's pretty much all we have to cover today, except for it's said to. I don't know if it's really going to have this or not. It's said to have graphic capacity that rivals the PS3. If it does, that would literally make it worth however much it costs.
Exactly. If it match up to like the PS3, then I'm all for it.
There, there,
Imagine
there
one,
was
yes.
talk of. I think they did actually, as a demonstration. They ported. I don't even remember what game. I think it was Uncharted or something. They ported it over to the NGP, and it looked fine according to whichever source I heard that from. Anyways, I will put links in the description to all the informational articles that I used. And we have to wrap this up because I have no idea how long it's been, but it's probably been too long. It's been at least 6 minutes. So, my name is Tagz Legend, and I am
And
out.
I'm Android.
Ciao, kids.